Good morning. Happy Free Coaching Friday. I'm so excited to be here. Hey, Jenny, what's up?
Hey, Stacy, this is amazing.
I love doing Free Coaching Friday. It's always a bit of a party for me. I'm just going to pull up Ray's page just to make sure that we are, in fact, live. You never know. Sometimes the technology does funky stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
we're going to make sure. Yes, we are here. We are live. So fantastic. So, good morning. We have taken over Ray's page this morning, and we are going to answer some questions for you, help you build your business, help you crush it. We're almost at the end of 2021. I can't believe it. This past year actually flew by really fast for me. The year before, not so much. But this past year, flew by. So we want to set you up. Jenny and I both want to set you up to crush out 2022. Good morning, CK. Good morning, Lisa. Hey, Linda. Nice to see you. Hey, Marion. What's up? Good morning. Hi, Ashley. Definitely share out this broadcast before we start diving into answering questions. We don't want anybody to miss out. The more, the merrier. Let's help out some of our colleagues and friends. If you are a leader and you have a team, how great would it be to have all of your team watching this and learning strategies to help them go crush it? Right? That would be good,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Share it up, share it with the team. Tag your peeps.
Yes, exactly. Tag as well. Tag your peeps. That's the best way to get their attention because sometimes Facebook is, we love you, Freckles. We love you. Never speak ill of the Freckles. So before we get started, I want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who don't know me, and Jenny, of course, will do the same, and then we will launch right in. My name is Staci Hall. I am part of the member success team with the Higdon Group. I'm a Higdon Group speaker, and I'm also a coach for the Millionaire Roundtable, our 6 and 7 figure earners. And I'm in the trenches every single day building my business, just like each and every one of you, most importantly, because I have made all the mistakes. I sucked really, really badly for my first 3.5 years. And the only reason I didn't give up is because I'm so stubborn. And there were some haters in my life that, they were invested in seeing me fail. And I was not going to let that happen. So even though I was terrified of all the things that would actually make me money, I refused to quit. And that ended up being a really good quality because fast forward a few more years and I've managed to reach the top 1% of my company. I have a team in 8 countries and growing, and I'm doing very well. And so I'm proof that what Ray Higdon teaches works. If you put your head down and you're coachable and you just put one foot in front of the other. This is not a sprint. So I know a lot of times we like to glorify those fast success stories. That was not me. That was not me. So
What a coincidence. Me
neither. Right. And so most people are not a fast success story. The secret is to stay around the campfire until you finally catch that spark that will make the desires in your heart so much bigger than the fears you harbor that you will push forward through the discomfort and make it happen. And if you stick around, you will. I have faith in you. I believe in you. So that's a little bit about me. Jenny, I want to hear about you, girlfriend.
Woo, well, I love that intro. Thank you, Stacy. I do really look up to you and how you show up every single day. I love your trainings. I love celebrating you. We're all cheering for each other. That's one of the cool things about the Higdon Group is everybody's cheering for everybody, no matter what. And I love it. My name's Jenny Potter. I am a 100K Inner Circle coach and also a Higdon Group speaker and a rank maker lifer. And the first time I ever saw Ray speak, I'd never heard of him. I'd never heard of rank makers. He went up on stage and he talked about curiosity pose. And the second he got done, I stood up, I walked to the back of the room, and I signed up for rank makers because I had been praying for an answer. Like, I could see, I was telling everyone I was working from home, Stacy, but I was not working from home. I was driving 3 or 4 hours a day, like going to late meetings. And I really wanted to know, how is everyone except for me, which of course isn't true, but how is everyone except for me building online? How are they doing it? And so I joined Rank Makers and I learned how to build my business online. And Now people get worried when my car is not in the driveway because I never leave my house, which is a whole other conversation and issue. But yeah, rank makers changed my life. Ray changed my business and my life, and I'm just super grateful to be here today to answer some questions. Let's change some lives, Stacy.
Oh my goodness, I so relate to that. I'm always dressed up from the neck up. I always have pajama bottoms and slippers, but my makeup
Don't
on.
make me stand. Don't make me stand.
Won't you make me stand? Exactly. Exactly. So for those of you who are not familiar with Free Coaching Friday, we are not just going to stay for a solid hour and tell jokes, although we probably could. We probably could. We're actually going to answer your questions. So if you have a question about building your business, it could be anything. There's very little at this point that we haven't seen or tackled. So feel free. All you need to do is write the word question before you actually write out the question, because sometimes with the chat things go really quickly and we miss things and we don't want to miss them. So just a little housekeeping there to make sure that you get your questions answered, and make sure you also share it out, because we're going to give away some prizes. We like to raise money when he's not here, so we're going to give away some prizes. So definitely make sure that you share it out. Okay, let me just take a peek here and see if we have anybody already asking questions. I'm not seeing any just yet. It takes a moment. Rank Makers does rock, Judy. You are correct. Okay.
Renee just shared. Linda just shared. Good job. Ooh, question. There you go.
Feel them rolling in. Feel them. Okay. I do a good job with customer acquisition, but not so much with teams. So I'm assuming you mean team building. Okay. Well, I think we could probably tackle this from a couple of different angles. Did you want to start, Jenny, with this one?
Sure. Yeah, I can jump in. I mean, I'd love to know more, but I will just say in general, if your mindset, if your energy is, I'm really good at getting customers and not good at bringing in people who are building, then you will continue to make that true. Usually or often it's because there is a discomfort, either that's obvious or underlying, about sharing your opportunity with other people. And so I would just, there's a few things I'll share with you, but I would just be really aware, like, am I super comfortable with my product and love it and could talk about it all day long, but I'm a little bit nervous about asking people if they want to make more money, or if they want to make money from home, or if they're open to an opportunity. That's a door that we're less comfortable in general asking, because most people, because we're used to shopping and buying products and buying services and things, but it's less common to say, hey, do you want to make some money? And so that would be my first kind of comment is, what's your mindset around, are you speaking out every single day? I am building a massive team. I'm attracting people to my opportunity. What's your underlying belief around your opportunity? And then the next thing is, if you're really good at gathering customers, make sure you're sharing with your customers that there's an opportunity. Because your customers are your best builders, because once they've been customers, or if they're open to purchasing from you, they're probably open to sharing too. So I'm seeing you nod, Stacy, so I'm going to pass the mic to you, because I know you've got some awesome value to add to this too.
You were just hitting on some really valid points. Like, that's why I was like, yeah, exactly. Like, your best business builders are going to come from your customer base, because they already have the belief. So first of all, Jenny already touched on, belief is everything, right? What you believe to be true is true. That's going to harden into fact every single time, right? So it's really important. But pat yourself on the back, Lisa, for being good at customer acquisition. That's a skill. And that's a skill that's actually incredibly needed in our profession, because if you don't have a solid customer base, you don't have a solid business, both individually and collectively. That's how we protect our house. So I just want to give you a little shout out there, because that's a good thing. But the belief comes down to also belief in the profession. I think sometimes people still have some anxiety around how people perceive the profession, and so they get in their head about it. So, talk to yourself about that a little bit. Have you recruited yourself? Because you are your first recruit. If you haven't recruited yourself, you're going to have a hard time recruiting other people. It's really, really important. And the other thing is to lean into systems. The whole point of what we do is to duplicate our efforts so that we don't have to be the person who does all the things. We can't create leverage unless we have a system in place that anybody can come into, plug into, and take off running if that's what they choose to do. So there's a really good chance, Lisa, that you have a system in place. Your team, your company has a system in place for people to plug into and step by step build a business. It's not about you. You are the megaphone. You are the person with the miracle in your mouth. You are the messenger. So your job is simply to share the miracle. And they take it or they leave it. And if they take it, great. You then plug them into the system. That's your job. Your job is not to be this big, huge, massive leader who does all the things and knows all the things and is perfect at all the things. That's the reverse of duplication. So sometimes we put a ton of pressure on ourselves because we think, who's going to want to follow me? I can't be a good leader. And when you believe that, when you harbor that deep down inside, that is the energy you bring to the table when you prospect, when you do your content, when you have conversations. It's energy that people feel, even through a computer. And so if you believe that about yourself, other people are not going to get a leadership edge off of you, which makes it harder. So if you just kind of twist that on its head and start to have that internal conversation where you say, it's not about me. I'm here to help people transform their lives, and I'm perfectly capable of doing that by sharing the miracle that I have in my mouth and by plugging them into a system. And if you start to take that pressure off of yourself to be all the things to all the people, your energy will shift. It'll be lighter, right? You'll take yourself less seriously. You'll have more fun in the process. And people love to be around people who are going somewhere and doing it in a fun way, right? People want happiness in their life. So I hope that was helpful.
That was amazing, Stacy. And I think when you touched on systems, you really touched on a big piece, because I know that a lot of people are worried about bringing people in quietly in the background, worrying about people bringing people in because they're not quite sure what to do with them once they come in. So ask yourself, is that's what, if that's what's holding you back, or is that what's holding me back? Ask yourself that. And if that's the case, systems can be developed pretty quickly, and simply keep it simple.
Yeah.
So, do we have another question?
Yeah, we have lots of them, but thank you for that question, Lisa, because I think that's probably been really helpful to lots of people.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa.
Tammy Schaefer, how you doing, girlfriend? What is a good script to send to people that have fallen off or stopped ordering? Qualifier, do you mean customer or do you mean business builder? Because I would handle that totally differently. How about
Tell
you?
us both, Stacy. Tell us both.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody wants to know both. So
there are different ways of handling this. So one of my favorite things to do with customers that stop ordering, first of all, can we just back up a little bit? If you're following up with your customers routinely to make sure that they got their product, that they're using it correctly, that they know how to gauge results, this is a big one for you people in consumables. You people, why did I say it like that? Like, you know what I mean? For those of us who are in consumables, especially, you need to know how to gauge what success looks like with the product, right? They need to understand what that looks like. So you have to set the right expectations, all of that stuff, right? So assuming that that's the case and you've been following up with your customers routinely, and then all of a sudden they just fall off, my first checkpoint is to reach out and just find out where they're at with their goals. How are things going with your goals? I know that last month you said you achieved XYZ. Where are you at with your goals? I'm going to check in with them like a human. That's it. But if they are not engaging with me and they kind of fall off, then I have a slightly different approach. Oftentimes, what I'll do is I'll go and find a new testimonial I haven't shared with them that's relevant to their experience. So if they're, a menopausal woman, then I'm going to find somebody who's losing weight in menopause if they're having a weight issue, or if it's somebody who's having a problem with sleep and they're a college student, then I'm going to find somebody who's a college student who's having trouble with sleep. Like, I'm going to find a testimonial that's relevant to their experience. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to update them and follow up at the same time. So I will pop that testimonial in there and I'll be like, oh my gosh, Jenny, I saw this story today and I immediately thought of you because XYZ, right?
Yeah.
XYZ. And I thought this might really help you. Let me know what you think, right? And I know we often say, don't ever ask somebody what they think. When we're talking about opportunity videos, that's true. When we're talking about getting their opinion about something you're sharing, totally valid to do that, because everybody loves to share their opinion. So now it's not about me checking in on why she's not ordering. It's me getting her opinion on this testimonial, and it starts the conversation. So it's a very low resistance way to find out where people are at. When it's a business builder, I'm a little bit more resistant to checking in with them, because I don't ever want somebody on my team to feel like, I'm ticking boxes about whether or not they're being productive. You never want to make them feel like that, because that's the fastest way to push them into network marketing witness protection. And you don't want to do that. But there are subtle ways of checking in on them. So what I will do is I will go into my back office and I'll see if they have any pending commissions. Right. And if they have pending commissions, then I'll reach out to them and I'll just say, hey, Jenny, by the way, we're almost at month end. I noticed that you do have some payout and you're not currently qualified. I don't know if you know that. If you know that, totally cool. But I just don't want you to miss out on any money in case you didn't realize it. Okay. Totally different thing. I would do that. But I am not going to jump into my team's inbox and go, how come you didn't order? Let's make sure you run that smart ship. Let's make sure you run that auto ship. I'm not doing that. I'm like, What about you, Jenny?
Well, I agree with you about treating people like humans. I think everything you said is just so powerful and perfect. I don't think I need to add much other than I do like to run through. I have a list of customers and a list of builders, and I do like to run through that list and just connect with people. Totally not so, oh my gosh, I just saw the picture you posted of your family, and authentically, like, not just make up stuff to say, but like look at their Facebook. What excites me? What, if I see that they just went on a trip, if I see they just posted a family picture, if I see they just got a ton of snow, like, just, I have this sort of routine where once a week I just go through this list and just connect with people, non-business related. And that's always helped me, because I always had that kind of concern. Like, I don't want to just always be like, hey, did you see the special? Hey, do you want to order? Hey, it's the 30th. Like, any chance you want to order more? So just, I see that Tammy actually commented it was customer she wanted to know more about. So that's great. But thank you. The value you just added is awesome. And I'm in line with everything you just said. So, yeah.
And that's super powerful, Jenny. Like, if just don't be checking in on people just to check on their production, I think, is the takeaway here, like, from the team perspective. And even for customers, like, they don't like it if you're just checking in on them when it's time to reorder. I'm not a big fan of building rapport before people are in your world. I don't spend a lot of time on social media having fruitless conversations. I don't see the point. Right? I don't have time for that. I don't want to know your meatloaf schedule and when people play soccer in your family. I can't. Come on now. But once they are in my world, if they join my business or they're a customer, that build relationships then. Like, yes, you should build rapport then, right? That's the time to do that. So when we say don't build rapport, we don't mean never. We just mean don't front load it before it makes sense. So make sure that you're getting to know your customers, you're getting to know your business builders. They become like family. So you can very easily check in on them without any motive. They can tell the difference.
Yeah.
So you got to be a good human first and foremost. And I know you are, Tammy, but just for the wider message. Before we answer another question, maybe we should give away some prizes.
Ooh.
Let's see.
What are we giving away?
I think we should start off by giving away 3 prizes because I'm feeling super generous for 3 people that have shared. So share super quick if you haven't already, or you have more places to share to. Share, because we're going to pick 3 people. And I'm going to go up and pick somebody from the beginning. I like to always honor the very first. Whoops, good morning, Linda. I didn't mean to put that up there.
Good
It was meant
morning.
to happen. Good morning. I like to honor the first person that shared, if I can find them every time I'm here. I believe this is the first person I saw.
Awesome. Ellie, congratulations. What did she win, Stacy?
Okay, I'm going to write down so I don't forget. I think we're going to give Ellie one of our social media script books. This is the older one, but we're going to send you, Ellie, the brand new updated script book. This pocket guide, this is a new one because the old one I had is so tattered and torn because I took it with me everywhere back when I was allowed to leave my house. Anytime you needed it, like I'd be in coffee shops and I'd be like consulting. They have a section in the back that I use all the time that it's just like great questions to ask. It's so awesome. But anyway, they have every script imaginable in here, and this is such an incredible companion to building your business. So we're going to send you the new updated version of that, Ellie.
It's like having a coach in your pocket.
I like that. It
You
is
know,
like
when somebody messages you and says a response and you're like, I don't know how to respond, you know, or, you know, you're kind of concerned about reaching out to warm or cold. It's all right there.
Yes, and that is a legit one you get all the time, by the way. So, Ellie, you can also reach out to support@higdengroup.com, support@higdengroup.com to claim your prize, and they will make sure that we get that sent out to you. Do you want to pick one, Jenny?
Yes, I can. I can pick one as long as you're writing the names down.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's see who just recently shared. Ooh, Anand Shetty.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to put your name up because I won't be. Oh, there it is. I see your name, but I can't. Okay. ANAND.
SHETHI.
Perfect. And what?
And what did Anand win today, Stacy? Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. Okay, I'm going to give you a persuasive titles and headlines. This is going to help you write scroll stopping headlines, because if you can't stop the scroll, it doesn't matter how good your content is. Boo. Okay.
True.
So that's going to help you out. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to pick one more. Thank you, Judy, for writing that down. The next person to share is going to win something. The next person to share is going to win something.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to make it really exciting. The next person to share is going to win a gratitude journal. Oh, girlfriend, Julie up there. On the trigger today. Julie, you're going to win a gratitude journal. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. Gratitude journal. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Keep sharing because we're going to keep giving them out. I love it. And so,
are we going to talk about the new progress planner?
Yes, we should definitely talk about the new progress planner.
Well,
sharing to your team too. That's so awesome. Okay, let me just get rid of this and let's talk about that for a brief moment, because I don't know if we can give one away. Maybe.
No.
We'll see.
Well,
but this progress planner is what she's talking about. Drop me a comment if you have one of these. Drop a comment if you have a progress planner.
Like, I want to say so much about this, Stacy. I have to tell you that I am like one of those people that has bought, like, on average, probably no joke, 3 to 10 planners a year and never completed one.
Really?
Like, never actually gone through the whole year, but I'm like, maybe this planner will make me more efficient. Maybe this planner will work. And I love filling them out, and then I tuck them away and I never use them again. This is the first planner of my life that I'm in December now. I've used it for a full 12 months. I write in it every day. I love the pre-week planning, the goals, and like writing out my ideas. And like, if there's a lot of space to write, if you're a writer and you're big, like my print is like this big, so lots of space. Plus, there's half an hour increments, which works really well. And of course, you can glance at the calendar before each month, and you write in the dates. So you can get this tomorrow, you can get this in February, doesn't matter because you're in charge of the dates. So I love all those things. I've already ordered like 2 months ago. This is how organized I am these days because of my planner. I already organized the next one. So I missed out on the newest edition of our planner, which is Stacy.
Stickers! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the stickers. I mean, okay, I agree with everything you just said about the planner. I'm in love with it. And one of the things I love the most, okay, where my mom's at, raise your hand. This thing is, okay, it's a Tonka truck. So it's indestructible, and the spiral bound so that I can open it all the way. There's nothing that irritates me more than trying to like spread open a book and no. I'd never used planners before. I hated them until this one because it doesn't have dates. I can make it work for whatever I want to start it. The spiral bound allows me to open it wide on my kitchen table. And what I do is actually leave it open on my kitchen table during the day because my whole family can then see what I'm up to. So the kids know when I'm available, when I'm not, when they need to be a little bit more quiet because I'm training, and when they can be loud and play video games. Anyway, so I love this, and I actually put a lot of business-related stuff in here too. It's my whole life. But like Jenny was saying, they now come with this sticker pack that you can use to dress up your journal. It's actually functional also to remind you of important things like gratitude. And they're so adorable. They're so adorable. Unfortunately, neither Jenny nor myself have them.
No, but this is how much I like stickers. This is the one I'm currently using, and I've got my own stickers on it already. I already use stickers. I know. But I'm going to say one tip for using your planner. If you're someone like me that, chronically buys the planner but doesn't fill out the planner or use the planner, keep it open. Keep it open on your desk like what Stacy said. Never close it. Never put it away. And every Sunday night or Monday morning, just review the week, fill in the week, so you can see what's coming. You can see when you're available. You can see when you're prospecting. You can see when you're posting. So you just when you're more aware of what's coming, it's easier to be organized. Shocker. It's easier to be organized and block your time.
It's so true though. It's like, it's the thing of what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Like if you don't have it open, it's so easy to just say, oh, I'll write it down later, and you will not. And that's how you gradually inch your way away from your goals. And you're just gradually inching your way away from your goals, and you don't realize until you're in a total other lane and you're like, what the heck happened? That's how it happens. And the progress planner just keeps you on task. Do you have to use that planner? No, you can use any planner. This is just the better one. It's just a better one.
It's the best.
In my experience. So if you want the stickers, if you have the planner already, because some of you are saying, I have my planner, I love my planner, you can get the stickers by themselves by going to higdengroup.com/swag. Let me just put that up real quick, just so you can see it. higdengroup.com/swag. But you can also, if you don't have the planner or you want to stock up on more planners, you can get the planner and it comes free with the stickers right now. What? You get the stickers for free.
Stickers! It's all I want for Christmas, Stacey.
I know. It's so funny. I don't know if we're just like girls or whatever, but I always joke with my team like, hey, guys, people will wait in line 2 hours for a free sparkly pen. Don't undersell yourself. It's so true, though. Like, stickers are everything. So I'm excited about it, as you can see.
Yes.
So there you go. If that's something that you feel that you need a little bit more organization and structure in your business building and in your life, then yeah, you might want to check that out. higdengroup.com/swag. All right, Rhonda, perfect timing then. Perfect timing. Go get it. Okay, so let's answer a couple more questions.
Yes.
Oh, now I've missed them all. Oh dear.
I know I'm scrolling too.
If you put the word question before your question, we will see it. I'm glad so many of you love the planner. That's awesome. That makes me really happy. Oh, you guys are all celebrating. I love this. I'm scrolling through all kinds of celebration. You guys are amazing. Okay. Oops, you're welcome. This thing is going crazy. It's putting up things that I have no idea.
I love it though. It's so cool. Hey, Rosa. I feel like she's like on the screen with us. So what burning questions do you have?
There are so many, and I'm okay. Oh, here's an interesting question. How would you approach starting over in your business? I've decided to do this full time and relaunch. Coach Jenny, this is probably right up your alley. You probably deal with launching businesses all the time. What advice would you give Julianne?
Well, I mean, there's some obvious stuff, so we can jump into that. But my favorite part of this question is that you can apply this relaunch mentality every single day, whether you are everything operation normal, nothing's changed, or things are growing. This is what I love about network marketing is every day truly is a new day. And if you approach your business as if you are, relaunching, it's going to just bring that excitement and that new energy. Staci, I don't know what you were like when you first started.
I was
But I was the person who barfed the opportunity. Like I was so excited. I was literally like, "You don't understand. You can make money when you sleep." Like, I was like, "There's this business model. It's incredible." I'd never heard a negative thing about network marketing in my life, and I just knew it was the solution for me and the way out. And so, you know, the excitement that comes with launching is pretty cool. So if it were me and I was approaching my business and I was relaunching, I would for sure get clear on how I wanted to show up daily on social media. So what are my main things that I'm sharing? What am I focused on? What am I sharing? And I would for sure plan some kind of launch, like Zoom launch or Facebook party or webinar, or whatever's in your wheelhouse, or whatever you have the experience in, or your team culture is used to, or you can probably help me with my words, Staci. I seem to be stumbling there, but just launch what you're sharing. So you're inviting everybody over to your house, which right now, like, I wouldn't do because of the times that we're in. But telling people about it as if it's the first time ever. And what do you love about it? My favorite is always, of course, like focusing. What are the results of your products and your opportunity? What are the results? And how can you share those results, not the product and the opportunity, but how can you share those results with other people? So Staci, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I mean, I love all of that. So maybe I'll just approach it from a more tactical standpoint. Then you have both edges to work with, Julianne. And I think, congratulations. I think this is a great thing to do. This is perfect. To start out 2022 with a new resolve. So, a lot of relaunching. I actually teach my team to relaunch their business on the regular. So when Jenny was saying you have to have this kind of, mentality and approach every day, she's not. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. But when you're actually relaunching, it's really positioning and marketing. It's like a lot of people say to me, but I feel so weird because they all know that I'm in this company, and it's like, how can I relaunch? First of all, they do not know, right? Marching army, not, what is it? Marching army, not standing parade, or marching parade, not standing army.
I don't know that one.
Okay, Ray says it all the time, and I, when it comes to analogies, I always have a way of taking two analogies and mixing them together, and then it makes no sense at all. But run with me for a minute. You get
like rocket surgery.
Exactly. You understand me. Oh, that's why I love you so much. Like rocket surgery, exactly. So the point is, you think that everyone knows what's going on in your world, but they don't, because at any given moment, somebody is like, they got a baby on the hip, the dishwasher's leaking, Amazon's delivering a package, somebody's running through the living room with, like, the dog's tail or whatever, right? There's chaos around them 24/7. And at the same time, they're kind of checking things out online. They're missing a lot. And so if you are doing this business correctly, you are bringing new eyeballs into your world all the time, and your messaging doesn't change. You're sharing the same messaging to different people. Some of you all have a small group of humans, and you're sharing a million different things with the same group of 25 people over and over. And that's why you're exhausted and you're burnt out. And that's why you're not getting any new customers or business builders, because you're dealing with the same pond. It makes sense, right? It's like you getting up at Thanksgiving dinner every year, and those are the only people you ever share with. And every year you try again. Eventually, Aunt Martha might do something, but you got a small pool to work with, right? But if you are constantly getting new eyeballs into your world, you don't need to change your messaging. They haven't heard it, right? So, first of all, I want to take pressure off there. So, yes, you can relaunch your business regularly. No, they do not all know what you do. They don't. That's number one. What I would suggest doing is figure out what is new for you now. Why do you have a new resolve? What is the new passion? Have you created a clearer vision? Do you see something you didn't see 6 months ago? Why are you so excited now again? What is it? Because that's the little nugget that you're going to share. The way to get people to care about what you're doing in your business is to market to the heart, not the head. So you need to connect with them on a human level, right? It's a repeating theme today, but it's so important. So what is it? What is that resolve? Because that's what you're going to share. And what I recommend is doing it live. If you can't, like Jenny was saying, if you want to have people in your living room, fantastic. But most of us don't have that option right now. Facebook Live, Zoom, however you want to do it. Lives are great because they don't require a lot of stress, right? But I would do like a little journey live where I would create massive curiosity a couple of days before. So I would have a post go up that says something like, I've made a commitment for this next year and I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to share it with you. I'm going to go live tonight at 8:00 and spill the beans. I'm letting the cat out of the bag. And I would create massive curiosity. And what's going to happen is if you word it correctly, people are going to start guessing. Right? So I have all of my new people when they come in do a post that's like, hey, I did a thing. I'm super nervous about it, but I'm also really excited. I can't wait for you to find out. You'll never guess, but I'm gonna spill the beans tonight at 8. And what happens is people start saying, what, are you moving? Did you get a new job? Are you pregnant? Like people will start guessing. And that's what creates this massive curiosity in your audience, right? And I would do it in your stories too. And then when you go live, Julianne, I would share your journey. Right? Where did you come from? What's the crossroads you're at right now? Like, hey, you know what? This past year, I've learned a lot. It's been really amazing for me, but I realized something. I realized that whatever you realized, and I'm more committed right now than I've ever been in my whole life. I'm taking this thing to the moon because my vision is huge. And here's what I'm going to create. Then you cast the vision. And that's how you connect to people. That genuine connection is going to be what makes them want to go on that ride with you. So that's where I would start. And then I would follow that up a couple days later with an unboxing. And again, some of you are like, but they already know. No, they don't. Get a box of products. Go unbox them. You're not going to show the company name. You're not going to show the product name, but you're going to do what Jenny said. You're going to cast the vision of the benefits that they bring to people. Use quick little stories. Talk about what it's done for you. And then say, hey, I want to help other people feel as amazing as I feel. So, drop me the word energy if you want to experience what I'm experiencing. I'll fill you in. Okay. So that's like a very simple strategy that you can use. Create curiosity, do a journey live, do an unboxing, and that will catapult you into filling your funnel, which is what this is going to be all about if you're relaunching your business. You need to fill your funnel. You need people to talk to. So you're generating leads because you're showing up in a big way on social media and people are commenting and hearting and taking your polls and your stories. and you're going to reach out to every single one of those humans and engage in a conversation. And that's how you do massive volume in a short period of time. And that's what a launch is all about. And lastly, do it with people. Don't relaunch alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a team, get their buy-in. Find out who wants to do it with you, because the power of many, the energy is electric. And you can all kind of have similar campaigns on social media, so that there's like people are seeing different things and they're like, wow, what's going on? There's excitement. So don't do it alone. And it's better for accountability anyway. So those are my sort of more tactical tips.
What I love what you just shared, Stacy, as you're looking for the next question, is that you help your team with that first post, right? So getting everyone to do it with you, you know, even if you've been with the company 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, a year, and you, like you said, you think everyone knows, but everyone doesn't know, you can show that unboxing like, I don't know if you know, but 2 years ago, I was really struggling. And then this box showed up at my door. And I'm feeling this renewed excitement because it's 2 years later. I'm this result, that result, this result. You know, I'm still loving it. And, you know, you're unboxing it. You're talking about your journey. You're talking about how excited you are for what's coming. You're telling people your struggle. And, you know, as you get excited, people get excited with you. When you make it new, it's new for everyone. Because the truth is time is going by like this. And like, even though we feel like we've been doing something forever, you know, for everyone else, it's like 4 minutes. Oh yeah, I saw you were doing that thing. So.
Yeah, 100% true. Yeah. And you know, if you play your cards right, and if you get into a culture, I love this question because it's so multifaceted, but it really help people build their business if they understand this. If you get into the culture of relaunching your business regularly, Julianne, or anyone, right? You will duplicate that down through your team. And that's how you stay in momentum. And what I highly recommend is have an active chat. Even if your team exists in a group or exists in a platform off of Facebook, totally fine. But have somewhere where you have an active chat with your team, whether it's an app or Facebook or wherever, because you can communicate on the fly. And so what we do, if you were to do that unboxing, I would drop the link to the video, to the live in our team chat, and all of the team is going to go and engage, right? To help you get more eyeballs on what you're doing, right? But they'll also in the process share their own experiences, good and bad. This is important. Okay. This is not the question you asked, but this is a little ninja tip for you, by the way. People out there are very savvy. They know that the people coming and loving on your posts are your team. They're not stupid, but it doesn't matter. They don't think that's weird, only if you try and hide it. Okay. So don't ever go and love on your team's stuff and say, oh, I'd love more information. That's deceitful. And I know you think you're helping, but they're seeing that and they start to think, wait a second, if they're lying about that, what else are they lying about? So one of the things I teach my team is to show up authentically. Yes, you're part of the team, but don't ever say anything that doesn't make sense as being part of the team. When they share their experience with the product, I teach them to share a couple things they love and one thing they wish was better, because it creates trust, right? Because it's honest. If you say, so they'll go on to your live where you're doing the unboxing and you're, oh my gosh, yes, I've used that product. It helped me do X, Y, Z. I love it. Oh my God, I've had the best results. Here's a picture of what I've been able to achieve in the comments, right? And then right under, I'll write something like, but just don't get this flavor. It's awful. I do that. And people are like, oh my gosh, why would you say something negative? Because there's always something you wish was better. It's honest. Now, we don't want to flood it with negativity, but the point is, everywhere you go on social media, show up like a human, and you'll build a massive business. Okay, I want to give away some more prizes, and I also want to take one last question before we wrap up today. There's so many good questions. I'm sorry we can't get to all of them, but it's already been 45 minutes. Can you believe it, Jenny?
We're talkers.
I know we were talkers, but I hope it's valuable. Drop a comment. Let us know if you've been getting value from this, or if we're just like insufferable windbags. You can tell us. We can take it.
And why? How are people going to get a prize right now? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it's all about sharing. And we had
Okay.
a couple of people ask about the planner. I'm going to put the link up again right after we do the next question, takedingroup.com/swag, but I will put the link up again because a couple of you asked where you can get that planner. And then one of them wrote, "Merry Christmas to me." I love it. Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank me for an awesome year. Right? Okay. I mean, there are a few more questions. Let's see. We could probably answer this one fairly quickly. What system do you use to start a 90-day run with your team? Accountability, cheat sheet, action plan. Ooh, I love people who are super organizational like this. Oh, I would love your perspective on this. I have a lot of green in me, so I can get I'll have a little fun with this kind of stuff. But the first thing I would say is just be really cautious about the 90-day run. I know it's really popular, and I love the 90-day run. I know Eric Worre does the recruit 20 in 30 days, and it's awesome. And then he does the 90-day runs. They're awesome. But just be aware that 90-day runs are really a 5%er phenomenon. Would you agree with that, Jenny?
Oh, heck yeah. Like big time. Psychologically, many people hear 90 days and they're out. They're like, dude, 90 days? That's great. Like, I'm not doing 90 days. There's no way. Like, or everyone's like, yay, 90 days, let's do it. And like 4 minutes later, everybody's out except for your two, people who were like, okay, I did the thing. So I don't really like to say 90 days, except I will say 90 day in, you could do this. Like, for example, you could create something like, I'll just plan to $1,000. Okay. So you could create something or plan to 500 or whatever you call it, some cute little plan. You could say, if you did these things for 90 days, or, you could create this type of income in this period. Now, some people take 90 days, some people take 6 months, some people take a whole year. How much you show up every day is up to you. But these are the core things. If you showed up in these ways for the next 90 days, so I might talk about it that way, but I wouldn't ever really want to ask people to commit to, and personally, just me, I wouldn't actually offer a 90-day run. But you can trick even yourself. Like, I'm the person who doesn't want to sign up for the 90 days.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
So you can kind of do the let's do this for 14 days, do this for 10 days, right? And then, hey, that was so cool, let's do it again. So you can set habits and you can help people with that. But all of that aside, you can give people kind of a daily action step, a simple plan. And I know this is slightly off topic or tangent, so I'll pass it back to you in a sec, Stacy. But I like to, when I encourage people with daily plans, I don't like to give them a specific number of people. I prefer to give time. So I might say, like, for 15 minutes, do prospect. Now, for one person, 15 minutes of prospecting might be one reach out. It might be 15 reach outs, but it's a time, because if you say to your team, reach out to 10 people a day, for 90 days, we're going to reach out to 10 people a day. Let's say that's the run. Okay. What happens is people go, oh, I don't have time to reach out to 10 today. And they don't even reach out to one. Mm-hmm. If you say, do what you can in 15 minutes, and then if you can set the timer and do another 15 minutes, do it. Right. And so I like to use time instead of numbers. And then I'll pass it back to you to give more concrete and tactical 90-day advice.
Yeah, that's solid. Like that timer and using time for probably about 75% of your team, that's going to resonate more with them. So definitely give it a try. Some people are really numbers oriented. They need the numbers. Totally cool.
Yeah.
But you'll find that most people, they can wrap their head around sitting down for 15 minutes. Right.
Right.
And you're so right, Jenny, because even when I started, people were like, reach out to 5 people. When I first started, because I was so terrified, I would send a message and then slam my lap book that like close and run into the other room.
Yeah,
And
go barf in a bucket.
totally, exactly, because I was terrified they'd actually see the message, which is
And
so
you know, my phone would ding and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna look at it. They responded. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna look at my phone. Like I'd be horrified that they read it. Like
yep.
so, you know, mind you, I was reaching out with a very awful script.
Weren't we all though, right? And so and my husband would say to me, "But don't you? Isn't that the whole point? Like, aren't they supposed to see the message?" I'm like, "Yes, dummy, but you don't understand."
But it's scary.
So for me to reach out to 5 people would sometimes take me like 8 hours. So you can't, you can't. Anyway, so I love that tip. It's so helpful. But so when I said 90-day runs are really a 5%er thing, what I mean is, for those of you who don't understand that concept of 5%er, about 5% of your team are going to have the desire level to earn all the money in the free world, and they're willing to do the work required to achieve that, right? Regardless of where they're currently at. That's not a lot of people. If you think about 5% of a pie, right? That's not a lot of people. So that means, like Jenny said, you're probably going to have a chat with only a few people who are actually still there at the end of the 90 days. A lot of people start things, few finish. That's just the truth, and it's unfortunate. But so what I would recommend is, if you are going to do a 90-day run, I wouldn't necessarily advertise it that way, like Jenny said. I would say, hey guys, let's do a 7-day challenge, a 7-day prospecting challenge, or whatever. Now you, Luann, you're going to have your Google spreadsheet, right? I love Google because it's free duplicates. Okay. So Google spreadsheet, I'm going to have my tabs set up month for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way for my 90-day run, right? And I'm going to have whatever categories I deem important, my daily method of operation, what I want to do each day, so that I can tick those boxes. Because if you are personally on a 90-day run, you're going to want to track that information. On a separate tab, I would have it separated into week-long challenges. You're only going to tell your team about the week-long challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you're going to come up with themes for each one. Now think about it. What activity will drive the result that I'm looking for? What activities will drive the results that I'm looking for? So I'm going to do a challenge maybe on how many people they share, like ask to see if they're open, right? They ask the open question. How many people will do a challenge all about that, reaching out and asking who's open? Maybe we'll do a challenge on Reels and TikToks week 2. Maybe we'll do a challenge on how many 3-way chats or 3-way calls people set up. You decide what's relevant for your success system, what makes sense. But you can run individual little challenges week long at a time with your team, and just let them know about the challenge that they're going to run tomorrow. Say, we're going to run for a week. Who's in? Who's in? We're going to have prizes. It's going to be fun. We're going to have gift parties. It's going to be a blast, right? That's what I would do. And then when you're nearing the end of the challenge, I would say, okay, next week we're going to do another challenge. Who wants to do this one? Who's in? You're going to find that different people from your team are going to edge their way into different ones. And some of them are going to recuse themselves. And that's okay. The point is, you're getting way more activity out of your team in a way that's comfortable and fun for them. You're engaging the 80%ers and the 15%ers, not just the 5%ers. And you have people to run with for the entire 90 days. Now, with that, little ninja tip, because this is what I actually do. I personally reach out to my leaders. You know your 5%ers. You know your 5%ers, right? I reach out to my leaders and I say, I'm going on a 90-day run. Who's with me? Because they understand that language. Some of them will, some of them won't. Doesn't matter. But if you can get a few of your leaders to run the full 90 days with you, knowing it's a 90-day run, then all your little micro teams are going to get massive volume because of that, because those leaders are running with you. But the team at large, and listen, even if you have a team of 4, it's the same concept, right? If you want to have a team of 400, this is how you do it, right? So even if you only have 5 people on your team right now, or 3 or whatever, just do 1 week at a time. And if people bail, don't take offense. Please don't take offense. It's not that your leadership sucks. It's not that your Google sheet didn't work. It's them. They just don't have that desire, and that's okay, right? So in terms of you tracking that, you're right on target there, Luann. I would use the perfect thing would be actually get yourself one of these 90-day journals, because it's 90 days. That's a run right there for you personally. Okay, you can get it at higdengroup.com/swag as well if you want. But the idea is to have something where you're tracking your 90 days. It doesn't have to be. And again, if you don't want this, Google Sheets works perfect. No worries. And you don't need an action plan for your team if you're doing it a week at a time. So it simplifies things as well. Whew! That was a lot. So we almost gone an hour, which is crazy. So we're going to give away a couple more prizes. And then I'll just say that between 12 and 3, if you keep sharing, I'm going to come back and give away 5 more prizes between 12 and 3. So keep sharing after we're done here. We're not done yet, because we're going to give away 2 more right now. And then we're going to call it a day. And so quickly, for those of you who have been asking, if you want to get that progress planner with the free stickers, or you just want to order the stickers for the planner you already have, higdengroup.com/swag. There's the planner. And again, these journals and everything is at the same shop if you want to check them out. Yeah. All right. Jenny, anybody that you would like to see win, or any final words of wisdom before we shut her down?
Okay. I had so many things in my head when you were talking, but the wisdom, the pearls, when you're like, ooh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, are you kidding me? I was like taking notes. You're perfect. It was good. I'm just saying there was so much value there, Staci. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm excited. I'm excited for everyone. 2022 is shaping up to be a good year.
It's going to be awesome. Awesome. Okay. I'll pick one. You pick one?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to just try not to look. I'm just going to scroll and then stop on somebody who shared. Kristen Youssef. You. Okay. Kristen, I'm going to send you out one of the social media script books, the new versions. So reach out to support@higdengroup.com. Let them know you won on Free Coaching Friday, and they'll send that out to you.
Okay, I've got my name.
Okay.
M. Joy Magnus.
Okay. Sure. Joy Magnus. What would you like to win? What would you like Joy to win?
Whoa, what are we giving away? We're giving away.
We've got proven guides, we've got headlines, we've got journals, we've got gratitude journals.
Let's give away the 90-day journal.
90-day journal.
It's so good. I've got all the colors.
Yeah. We don't know what color they're going to send you, Joy. Depends on what's in stock, but they're all amazing. So
They are.
Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for asking such incredible questions for us to answer. We really appreciate you being here. Continue to share. I'm going to give out some more prizes between 12 and 3. And Jenny Potter, I love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and co-hosting. It's been a blast as always.
So fun, Staci. Thank you. And have a great day.
Bye, guys.